but I know now I would not enjoy being the softball or the baseball coach. I see Earlywine and Beezer, and they always have their phones in the spring and looking at weather and talking about and having to change times and dates and where they're playing. And I don't envy that. I'm seeing it now. I have never looked at the Weather Channel as much as I have this past week. Every hour in the last couple of days. So, but I know we're going to make the decision sometime Friday, and just because the setup is. This isn't an easy setup. There's tarps and floors and the mats and then the infield seating. It's a big deal. So, but our staff is excited about it. I hope it does happen. The weather's warm enough for me. I'm a sissy in the cold. I'm an indoor coach, so I'm hoping it'll stay when it's showing right now 68.
How do you approach coaching an outdoor event? I mean, obviously something you've never done, but how are you maybe approaching this differently?
I know my wife is pulling out warmer clothes for me because she knows me. I'm going to have probably the first time I'm going to wear a hat at a match. I'll have a winter hat on. If it's 68, that's still cold for me. And then, but for our guys, we haven't really talked about it too much except for we're wearing 2 pairs of sweats. We'll have a gray pair of sweats on and our normal warm-ups over it. We're going to have winter hats on the kids to keep them warm. So little things like that. Walking over, you got to walk over in your sneakers. You can't walk over, and you're going to have to be careful walking through dirt because there's the dirt infield, so you don't walk it on the mat. So it's little things like that you just got to make them aware of. But I was telling somebody the other day that you still finish a single leg the same way, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, whether it's damp. You're still going to finish a single leg the same way. You're not going to change the way you wrestle, and we'll warm them up good. We've had to practice at times. And sometimes the Hearn Center will be cool because they have an event they're setting up for. It'll be cooler in here, and you just sense it, and you just can't let it bother you. And we've had other situations where we've been in arenas where it could be cool, and you just got to do it. I remember one time warming up for a match at Nebraska, and it just seemed freezing in the building. It must have been the building was closed, and they just opened it for the event, and the heat was just starting up. But we were doing our practice an hour or so before the warm-up. I remember telling Jaden, "Man, it's cold, guys. Dress warm." I remember Jaden Cox lost like 7 or 8 pounds in that warm-up, thinking he's not going to lose it because it was cold. But you do warm up when you're wrestling.